You know something? Podcasting, ladies and gentlemen, podcasting can bring you into so many different worlds. Today, I'm in the Madden world with, I'm going to say, my favorite, most popular streamer that's busting behinds on Madden with the Carolina Panthers. I said the Carolina Panthers. Bryce
Yeah,
Young and Company. My guy,
yeah.
Serge, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Appreciate it, bro. You don't give me up. Listen, man. I'm all getting older, and when you get older, your testosterone lowers. When people give compliments like that, you get more emotional than you normally would. So don't be trying to have me like tearing up on the stream with the favorite stuff. You know what I'm saying? Chill, bitch. Don't get me all emotional in front of these people, man. Relax,
Listen,
bro.
bro, I'll say this. There's a couple streamers right now that I'm watching, right? Now, I can only say so much, but you'll be going through your days, 8 hours a day. You're doing what you're doing. And when y'all show up, y'all warm my heart. It's fun to watch you all whooping behinds if it's on Madden, if it's on the first person shooters. And this is the reason why I like to send and show my support, because I watch what you guys are doing as one minority, and two is just like some cool ass dudes, man, just doing what we love to do, play video games, have the controller in our hand or the keyboard in our hand and the mouse in our hand just to do some great things. So I appreciate you and shout outs to you, man.
Yo, all jokes aside, thank you, bro. Because like we live in life and doing, going through whatever else, and we don't always remember. Because I've had someone else tell me that, like, yo, you took me through a hard time. Not to say you went that deep. Yo, you took me through a hard time. You don't even realize the impact you had. We need that. We need that reminder because we sitting in a room and dealing with the same old game, doing certain things. And after a while, you could get like a little sick of it. Thank you, bro. That's good. That reminds me, yo, remember what you have going on here. Keep going. And I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly, bro, because it's hard to get props these days. People would rather go the other way. So thank you, bro. I appreciate it. And I've been checking out your situation. No glaze. I didn't even know you were this involved in what you were doing. I looked you up. Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate it, bro.
No, that's love too. And that's the thing. I keep myself quiet. Like, I'm making the crossover, like we said off before we recorded.
Yeah.
I'm in Twitch now, so I'm playing a little bit of shooters. I'm gonna bring some of the podcast elements to the game. And I'm gonna tell you, it's work. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Twitch is work. Twitch is work. Streaming is work. You know what I mean? And you gotta hit those benchmarks any means necessary. And you know what? Not everyone's gonna rock with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we gotta find our community and find our tribe.
And for you to be in my chat that long and I never know, and then this happened organically, it's better. It feels better. Mm-hmm. If you would have came in immediately, yo, I got this, I might would entertain it, but the way you done it, I see a lot of professional in you, man, and that's no glaze. That's from watching, because I watch everyone else too, like from your world. You could see you meant to do that, bro. It's natural. I could feel the honesty in it. And that's the only way. That's how I stream. I ain't faking. We're not faking for nobody. If you watch my stream, you know what time it is. Straight up. Love me or hate me.
We go get into that.
Yeah.
I swear, them boys that are out there, man. But this ain't about me. This is about you now. I really want to know, because how did this whole streaming thing happen for you? Because I feel like you probably weren't always a streaming guy. What I pick up is corporate surge, suit and tie surge.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So we did all that. All right. First and foremost, Madden was a part of my life being raised. When Madden came out, it was in 90 on Mac and 91 on PlayStation 2. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Okay, so I had a pop that was in his 20s still. He was early 30s. Like just hit 30 during that time. We all know we 30s, we still a kid. Yeah. He used to act like he was buying it for me, but he was getting it in, having a ball. So from then on, my friends would come over, spend the night the whole weekend. It would be the highlight of our weeks. Staying up all night, all weekend, trying to get a game in. If you lose, you were getting it. Everybody was clowning you. We were just built off of the playing beside each other original Madden environment. It was just, I tell these guys, man, they haven't experienced true Madden gameplay unless they play beside their opponents. And like before the internet got involved. All right, so that's part of it. Me as an adult, a lot of years go by. Back then, there was no internet involved. You couldn't make money off of it. There was no such thing as at-home production. You either had to like find a big city to have real production, LA, Miami, New York, the big cities. You had to go to it. So now that I was on a vacation with one of my boys, this was like 4 years ago. We were in Austin, Texas. And oh, okay, we're gonna get to the corporate stuff too. That's like that my employment that was just employment. But as far as the gaming, Austin, Texas, my boy was all over the social media platforms. I really wasn't messing with him. He showed me this dude. I saw all his overlays. I saw he was talking with his chat. I saw he was streaming, and I knew he was making money off of it. My whole trip was ruined. I couldn't get home fast enough to figure out how to do it and put it all together.
I love it, man.
Yeah, even before that, they had the little console streaming, but that's not the same. That's like just trying to get it going. So man, I had the console streaming before that, but it was on Xbox. I wasn't serious. But when I saw his situation, I had to do it because that's why I gave you the long backstory. It's been a part of my life since I was a kid. I never grew out of it because how do your thumbs get old? You know what you're doing, you're nice. It ain't like we on the real field, even though I still smack them up out there for my age. But we're not going to say it. But yeah, man, it's like it was tailor-made for me. And it left that, I'm going to be honest, man, streaming, I'm playing video games when we came up, it was like when rappers say they was leaving the streets and they was saying, I'm a rap, and dudes were laughing at them like, get out of here. Playing video games wasn't always cool. It was like smoking weed. Get in the corner. You ain't gonna never make nothing out of yourself. Get your punk behind in the corner. Go do something real with your life. Dudes still try to say that in the chat now when they get mad when I'm whooping them. I mean, on the whatever parties, parties.
On the game, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, what? Man, we can make money off this? And if you're good at it, you can separate yourself. I had to do it, bro. I had to do it. Mm-hmm. And it's not easy for me to do it now, but I'm still like, I'm going to make sure I make time for this. Seriously.
No. And you can see that from a distance. Anyone that's watching the podcast, when it comes out, go to his Twitch. The show notes are going to have every one of his links. Check him out, because what he's doing, he's not playing with the Eagles or the Chiefs or my New England Patriots. You're playing with the fucking Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen. And he's giving you work with Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard. What? How do you say it? Chuba Hubbard or Hubbard?
His real name is Chuba Hubbard, but I we play around. I call him Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
and he's Canadian too, though.
I didn't know that. And I figured shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to Drake and them boys. And right? That's what, listen, they can hate on him all they want to. That kid is something.
Exactly, right? And you see what you're doing. You put in the work. And you know what? I get it. Not every game you're going to win. But I'm watching you go head to head with some of these dudes. And these guys be out here running mid-blitz, running all the cheesy RPOs, doing all this stuff. And you battle through it and still whoop their behinds. And then they turn on their mic. And then they start with the derogatory terms, the racial slurs, the this and that, your mama this, your this is like, really?
And I love when they do that.
But you battle through it. So let's really get into it here. How does your process, when you hear them talking crazy to you like this, how do you just kind of turn that on and off switch so you don't get you don't go too crazy?
All right, so the way it works is, man, all right, internet is sitting beside each other. It's how I was trained. We used to talk like that without the, doing too much with people that we would have to see every day, whether it be school, whether it be your boy. Like, we get into it in Madden, we wouldn't talk to each other right all weekend. Like, there would be a vibe in the air. So when you're dealing with people in front of you, the internet can't touch you. They on an IP address. They wouldn't say half of that stuff if they were sitting beside you. So me always remembering that, I take it serious to let it fuel me, but I don't let it like picture me wanting to punch a wall over it. You know what I'm saying? Someday on the internet. So what I do is my mother raised me where we got jokes, man. We went hard with that. Like we could go at it. So when they do that stuff, I turn it around on them. Half of the time more than half of the time and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging too much, but I'm very articulate. They can't out talk me, and I'm creative, and I'm off the win with it. It's like a good comedian. They come at me with that crazy stuff. I turn it on them. Like, one day, this dude used all the racist stuff. I told him I was white, and I said, "You can never be one of my kind." And I'm not racist. I love all, and you could come in my chat and see I got all colors and creeds, and we don't do that stuff. But it was a way to be funny, what's my man name off of Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
The blind dude that didn't know he was black.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I did that routine. You can never be our kind. You stupid. It's just, you don't take it but so serious because it's the internet in a nutshell, and you have fun with it, man. You gotta, because it's all, they helping me. Like whether they realize it or not, when you do that stuff, it's controversial. People love controversy. They're gonna want to watch that stuff. I'm not faking or losing who I am. I'm staying true to me, and then you're working for me and don't even realize it in them 45 minutes of that game.
For sure. I love that. So how did you make the switch? And you don't have to go too deep into it if you don't want to, but how did you make the switch from the corporate world to the video game world?
So I worked at Wells Fargo for 15 years. I was there for a while, a couple different departments. Since I was in my 20s, man, I actually liked it. Too much politics, but even though when I was there, I was always playing Madden. I was playing Madden like any chance I could outside of work. So honestly, what happened was COVID kind of changed my mindset as far as these huge corporations. They're all about money. Like they'll tell you they want change, they want diversity, they want this, that, and the third. And in the future for me, this may not be great to say, but hopefully you guys will respect it. They're all about money. You got to follow the money, and you'll see what they do. We could
It's
have
the facts. You're not lying. It's true.
Yeah. We could have been working from home 15 years ago, or if I'm going too far, 10 years ago. How long has Zoom been out? I don't even know, but
we would have made shares in Zoom in the pandemic if we put it into the stocks. We would have been, some people would be a couple 10, 20K in the bank book.
So Zoom's been here. Computers have been here. We could have been working remotely, but COVID is what changed the mold. They wanted you to stay in these locations because we didn't realize they're making money off of corporate real estate. Corporate real estate was the reason we weren't working from home, because it's cheaper for them to give you a laptop, pay for your internet, have you work from home than to come in there, use their electricity, plumbing, and that rent they're paying for your seat. But if they own the building, now they're double dipping. So what happened was, there we go. So those 30 floor buildings that I was working in, when COVID hit, what are they worth now? Do the math. It took me a while to figure that out. So when they started the working remotely to keep us safe, the building struggled, and then they wanted to pull us back in for 3 days a week to validate the real estate. If you're there more than half the week, the real estate's validated now. So when I started figuring all those things out, man, it just gave me more motivation to say, I'm doing entrepreneurial stuff. So right now I'm a realtor. I transitioned into realty. Thank goodness the wife, she does well. So, and look, it's honest for you to say this. She helped the transition. If we were living month to month, day to day, I don't know if I'd have been able to do it. In the real estate, got that going. It takes 3 to 5 years. I'm 3 years in. Things are decent. And now it's giving me more time to game. I could take care of family life and I could game now. So that's how that switch went.
Yeah. And you know what you're speaking to? A lot of folks don't know that, is that if you're doing it single life, bachelor life, guy or girl, it's going to be a little bit harder because you're going to have some money put aside because the bills got to pay themselves. You got to pay the internet. You got to keep the lights on, all of this stuff, food on the table. But if you're dating somebody, you're married to someone, and you bring that vision and they understand and they lock in with you, dollars make sense at the end of the day. It just takes communication, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of folks look at both of us and they'll be like, well, Roy over here got this podcast for the last 9 years. Serge is doing this thing on Twitch. Man, they got it made. It's easy. No, it's work.
Yes.
And it's ultimate sacrifices that we have to put up. Like, we have to sacrifice sometimes the friendships, the relationships. Sometimes we're sitting there. I was I was streaming the other day, and I realized, I'm like, if you don't hydrate, you're done. You're cooked. You're cooked. I was parched,
fact, bro. That's a fact, bro. Hey, you stay in that seat too long, them toes start tingling, bro. That blood pressure hit different when you been in that seat 14 hours. I ain't gonna hold you. I be walking the next day like, whoa, I might need to take some steps today. Yeah, bro.
No, for sure.
And another thing, man, people don't realize you had to get your production up. Nobody funded you for that. And even when you did get your production up, you ain't getting paid yet. You got to wait until people discover you and start showing love. So, heck it, man. Can't nobody discount. No one can discount. Once you've been through those things, no one can discount you. Like, you're not even going for it. You're not going for it. Mm-hmm. I lost my equipment. Like, I don't even know if you were around yet. I had to start over, bro, with everything. TV included. That stuff ain't cheap. I 4 racks in already. Had to put another 5 in.
Damn.
And I'm
that
talking.
Was just like, what was that? Was that a flood or what was it?
Man, I don't even disclose. But trust me, I had to start from scratch. Controllers, console, TV, laptop, microphone, camera, everything. Green screen. I had to buy a new surgical.
Damn. Well, you know what? I can speak on that. I lost equipment. I lost a soundboard in a flood. I lost a ring light in a flood. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't realize, like, this shit costs a lot of money. Like, bro, from what I had to do, Amazon must hate me right now. And I don't know if you shop off of Amazon Prime or do all that good stuff, but there's been so much stuff I've bought and had to return. Because I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Nah.
And now I'm like using YouTube. I'm using all these different things to really like tap in and figure out, how am I going to really figure this whole entire setup up? Because I've had this for a while, because I use this for podcasting. I got the soundboard here. The camera, a lot of people don't realize this is an iPhone. It's an iPhone.
That's smart.
You see what I'm saying?
That's smart.
And then, like I was saying before I record, you got to do the overhead light. I got this ring light. This ring light wasn't working for the streaming, so I had to get an overhead light. I'm like, man, you look at the bank book, you're like,
and we talking hardware.
Christmas presents.
Right. And we talking hardware. We didn't get into the software.
Yeah. So it's like, folks don't realize, they think they look at content creators. And I speak to the content creation side first, then the entrepreneur. And you can flip them. But they don't realize, man, like the work that has to go in behind the scenes. They think it just comes overnight. They record. They don't have to edit the videos when they go on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or YouTube and all this other stuff. They're like, oh, it just does it automatically.
Right.
Oh, it's work.
And then think about what you would pay yourself an hour, and then add the hours up, man. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
No, for sure.
And then the sacrifices away from you being able to do something else with either hustling or your family.
Yeah, for sure. And it puts a strain. It puts a strain on family and friends and relationships, because it's like there's two sides of the coin. You got to make time for the lady in your life or the guy in your life, whatever you're doing, right? Speaking to everybody here. If you have kids growing up in the household, right, they got to see dad or they got to see mom. They got to do all this other stuff. And then your friends, the friends is the very interesting one, because there could be some secret resentment, some jealousy, right? They see you showing up on cam, you doing a Twitch thing, you're busting ass on Madden. It ain't like how we sit in each other's respectful homes with the controller and we're playing, dap you up, we have a couple bevies, we eat food, it's different. That's the resentment sets in, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So for you, how do you find those balances and things like that to really navigate this world and these streets and things like that?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. You hit it dead on the nail. Like I have day ones that don't even watch the stream. So like I'm not taking shots at anyone or any one of them. We've grown up, we've went our own directions. And when we're around each other, I'm gonna leave it there. But if you organically are not interested and don't want to spend your time doing that, I ain't mad at you because we are adults going our own different ways. When I'm around you, if I call you, we pull up, have the bells like you said, it's cool. But yeah, I've seen that too, bro. You hit it dead on the nail. Like there's like you can see where, you know, they may not I don't even know how to word it. Now, I don't want to sound negative. They just don't want to put the time into that, or they feel like they could be doing other things. But that's what building up these chats for, man. And you know, these followers and subscribers, like, cause we only have friends that we've been in contact with. Internet has opened it up where we're international now. There's people in Israel watch my stream, Canada. We got people in Australia, dude. I messed with them about the kangaroo tails. Like, yo, man, y'all giving us the kangaroo tails. We think we eat oxtail. Like, and he was laughing. He was like, boy, you don't know nothing about no rooster. Like, you start flexing off. He like, yeah, man. So we got people all over the world, man. We don't have
That
to
is
wait.
crazy.
Yo, they eat, I think he said kangaroo ear and rooster stew. Yeah, they get busy. I never knew that. We running from it, ready to argue if we got caught with that. But I told him, we laughed about it. But yeah, you could tell he a cool dude. Like we could go international, man. We don't have to wait for our immediate friends and family. Like, shoot, my wife won't watch. She's sick of me already. She ain't watching. I get to hear your I see your big nose every day. I don't want to hear you. I wish you shut up around the house. That's her take.
I'm here for it though. And sometimes it's like that though, you know what I mean? Because they understand. They understand. They're like, you know, they getting crazy. Trust me, I've been in my days of gaming and in my days of dating, sometimes you be on the phone and I'm gaming and they hear it and some of them are laughing.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you don't like the game, why do you still play it?
Yeah, that's a big one. If you hate it so much, you should still.
And then you're like, lady, if you only knew.
Mom called me crazy. And in detailed ways. Something's wrong with you. Why would you enjoy all that yelling and acting crazy? Like something wrong with you. And I'm like, man, you just don't understand. You just don't understand.
They don't understand, right? And that's just how life is, you know. You know, I look at it from this perspective, bro, with what you're doing. You know, you're playing Madden, you're seeing the game itself, you're looking at how everything's going. Let's address the elephant in the room right now. What does Madden have to do to become better? Because it's there, but it needs to get better.
Bro, this year's Madden has the potential to be the best Madden ever made, right? If we can get consistency and smoothness from the servers. This conversation has been the biggest conversation on my stream for the last couple of years. I've lost viewers from it. I've lost people that have supported from it. There's a lot of people that look at an authoritative figure and automatically see that figure as being correct, truthful, and right. I don't know if it's how they're raised. I don't know if it's how they're chemically made up. I don't understand. But I'll tell you this. I've always been a person to use my own brain for what I'm seeing. You can't tell me who you are. You have to show me. I say that all the time. Your actions are what's going to tell me who you are. I have complained so much about EA having inconsistency on their servers and gameplay being laggy and jittery, taking away my ability to control it. There have been people that have left my stream because of that. I've argued with them on my stream because I am all about telling the truth. And there's not a lot of people that have been expressing this but me until recently. I'm starting a little wave that I'm seeing. It's okay to say it now. The other guys, they don't say it for one reason and one reason only. Like we just talked about corporations. You have to follow the money. They're making money off of it. They be shooting themselves in the foot by saying, oh, this game sucks. Now your viewer is saying, well, what are you sitting here playing it for? Why are you going to play a game, try to make money and talk about it? For me, I was raised by it and I don't care if I slow down my progress. I got to tell you guys the truth. I'm never going to try to fool my viewers. I feel like that's the short game. The long game is build your respect slowly off of who you are and show consistency. That's who Surgical is. So even if I'm killing myself and I could be making more money right now, and no, that game is inconsistent. And boy, this is an emotional conversation for me because I feel like I'm in a bad relationship. I'm all in. I love you. I love you. I wash your feet when you get home. I cook your meals. I don't love you average. I've been loving you for 30 years. And this is how you gonna treat me? They don't, man. And they're worth billions, bro. They just made a sale for 60 Bs. So you can't tell me you can't get that server right, bro. And they got us on that. It plays different every day. One day it'll play smooth. That's when you're going to get the best surgical because I'm a user type of player. And what we mean by user, folks, is I switch my man on to control as much as possible. When I pass the ball, I switch onto that receiver and I go catch it. When I'm playing defense, I switch on to that defender and I'm going to make the tackle or I'm going to try to swat the ball down or intercept. I don't want the computer. The only things I allow the computer to do is what I can't do all at the same time. So Madden, if Madden can figure out, which I know they can, how to give a smooth gameplay every day, no matter the server or traffic, it's the best game ever made. But according to how it's being, how the server is right now, crash. Now, I'm not gonna say like we still can. There's still glimpses of greatness, but I'm talking about overall what they provided to us in regard to the server is nowhere near where it should be. Nowhere near.
And that's the thing. It's a conversation in the Madden community, Call of Duty, any big game that has a core following, there's going to be discrepancies. And this is the reason why, and I know a lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say here. Fortnite's got the model down correctly and the pattern down correctly. Because what they've done is they released a free game and then they've added additions through microtransactions.
Right.
Madden's doing that, 2K's doing that, Call of Duty's doing that, Battlefield's doing that because they're looking at the skins. And I've said that if you really want to improve your game, Madden, you have to release a free portion of the game like Fortnite and then scale upwards. Because then you have your baseline, and then what will happen is everything else, we shouldn't have to pay necessarily 80 to 100, 150 bucks, depending on where you're at, for a new game every single year. You should get a downloadable roster update with the cosmetics through the updates. You get what I mean?
Right.
But they don't want to do that. It's like, I think you said it on, I'm pretty sure you said it on stream. It's like you have to basically take the game and you got to separate it. Take the code and then take the actual movement of everything and then reformat everything that's going on. Because look at some of the best games that we played as football. NFL, 2K, 2000, what was it, 2K5? 2K,
Everybody
2K5?
loved 2K, yeah.
Right? They did the game with the Legends. That was the last football game on 2K. You need to be able to bring the movement, the connection, and the fluidity of everything that's going on. But it's like the corporate stuff. I get it. We don't have competition. We'll just keep repackaging this foolishness to you, and y'all have to deal with it because you're gonna buy it every single year. Like you say, it's a bad relationship. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man. And it's and you know what I'm trying to recall through memory, man, and I have to do a little more research. But I think when they added that new physics engine, I think it's Frostbite, maybe. I get it. I love it when it's playing smooth, but they have to figure out. I think that physics engine and the servers are what's conflicting with each other, and I don't know why. I'm not a tech guy, But I'll tell, like, you can tell those moments where they really have to process fast what you're doing with your guy. Those are the moments where it gets weird most of the time. Like, but you can feel it, man. You can when you've been playing Madden so long, you can feel it a mile away when the game's playing properly and when it's not. And if you have a trained eye, you can watch someone stream and tell when it's lagging, even if the streamer's not talking about it. I've been in streams and I won't say nothing because I could tell I don't want to interrupt their thing, but I watch a streamers stream and be like, yo, it just lagged on you, bro. I'll be defending him and they won't even respond. I'm like, yeah, boy, EA got y'all about to. Oh man, y'all scared to talk about it.
Facts.
I can't stand it. And look, this is one of my biggest arguments too. Look, I left that in the video on purpose. Plug up, plug up Ethernet cords, hardwire. If you're on weak Wi-Fi, you're part of the problem. You haven't even experienced true Madden gameplay unless you're plugged up with decent internet. That's to everybody. Plug up, y'all. Because even guys that's plugged up like me, getting 1,000 megs, we can't get a smooth game if you're not smooth. So it interrupts us, and we paying more money for a decent experience, and then now you dumbing us down. And I know it's hard. We said this on the stream, bitch. I think you were there. Man, listen, go buy a 50-foot, 100-foot Ethernet cord, man. Even if the box is in another part of the house, run that wire, tape it to the wall, do what you got to do. Plug up, bro. Plug up.
Yeah.
It's like putting regular gas in a Bentley. Like, come on, it's a Bentley, bro. And I'm not saying this is powerful equipment, but it's a different experience. Plug up.
It's a $1 million question, because it's like, even last night when I was playing Call of Duty, like, there's an actual thing on the upper left hand side where you can see when the frame rates are dropping.
Oh, okay.
And guys are in the freaking game, Serge, running amok. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching where I'm like, I should have already laid you out. I should have laid you out. And guys are literally, because guys are, here's the other thing too, is people are hacking.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. These PC guys, they're hacking the game. They know how to get into the game and do all this. And I'm like, for what? A kill streak? More bonus points to earn your prestige. Also, you can throw the ball down the field with Joe Burrow a little bit further. Also, you can run out the pocket with Josh Allen a little bit quicker. It's like, what are we doing? Like, there has to be some sort of balance, because the frame rate, and I think, like, this is gonna be a hot take here. Software is not necessarily matching the hardware, if that makes sense, right? Because as technology grows, our internet, if we're plugged in or you got half decent Wi-Fi, it's not going to match up per se. It's not going to match up. So it's like, something's got to give. Whatever server that y'all are on, you need to remix the server.
Right.
Like a rap song or something like that. Because it's like, we're the consumers. We're the ones who are building communities out here. We want to play the game. We want to enjoy it. But we're like playing games that are still based on a beta version.
We're constricted. You're exactly right. Yeah. Like, and what you said is what you see me on the stream doing speed test on the PlayStation, right? It'll come back 800 or maybe 8 something at the fastest for my download. The upload will be at the most 100 and something. Now, when I do a speed test on my actual PC, I'm getting 900 up, 900 down. So what you're saying is exactly right. It's throttled. Now, I know that doesn't need to be as powerful as a PC. You know, that's cool. But it's not matching the server, because if I have the power ready to go, why am I still like, so yeah, I totally agree, bro. I totally agree, Mitch.
Carolina Panthers. How did that become a thing with you, though? Not the game, not you playing the game smashing cats, but like the chair for the Carolina Panthers, bro? What's up with that?
Facts. All right, so when I was coming up, man, I had some homies, and they had older brothers and cousins, so they were deeply entrenched in the sports. This is like middle school, freshman year in high school. So I was sick of all the bandwagon stuff. One of them was a Bulls fan and a Cowboys fan. We got to remember this early 90s. All right, so Bulls, Cowboys, through their uncles and all that. Like, that's just what it was. So I was coming of age, and we all have these rules, man. Like, and all true sports fans know this. You don't switch teams, bro. So when you pick your team, if you switch, you're out of the conversation. Like, you're no longer a true fan according to the people your day ones. Now, you can fake it with new people all you want to try to get it combos. But you literally will get X'd out of the arguments. Like, man, go sit in the corner while we talk if you switch teams. All right. So I was sick of all my bandwagon homies, and I was like, you know what? What's two teams out here that, that I could do my own thing and it makes sense? Orlando Magic. A lot of people don't realize I'm an Orlando Magic fan.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and that, I grew up in South Carolina, so that didn't make much sense. Okay. Y'all and the Bulls and everybody. All right, cool. I'm gonna rock with the Magic, and I love Penny. Penny was nasty. That was my boy. All right, so boom. Now, football. I'm into football, but I never really, my pops, he wasn't no diehard. He was from Connecticut, so, they had the Giants, they had to win. He was more of a Giant, I'll be honest. But he was never like hardcore. Like, he always rooted for wherever he like was going on. So I said, we got a home team, man. Screw it. I'm rocking with the home team. Grew up in South Carolina. Then I ended up moving to Charlotte and made it even more like, so yeah, I just rocked with the home team, man. It made sense. We were, that's back when we had Shaky Jakey. He was a bum, but Steve Smith always saved him. Jake DeLone. Shout out to the bum. Shaky Jakey. We couldn't stand him. He looked so good some days, and because it's Uncle Steve, man, Uncle Steve. But yeah, that's back in those days. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I think, how when you get an expansion team, they get to select people from other teams?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I'm thinking of a name that I think we grabbed originally. Rodney Pete was a bum. Shout out to Rod. Shout out to you guys, man. I feel like I'm not big enough for y'all to ever hear this, so don't be upset if you do.
Bro, you never know, man. Listen, I'll give you your flowers. What you're doing before we continue on, like to play with that team, and I see that you're giving other users fits. It's gonna you're sitting on trenches of things going viral eventually.
Thank you, man.
I feel it for you because I see what you're doing, and people are gonna be like, yo, this guy has a 70, what are they now? 79, 81 maybe overall
they
team.
They were a 77, and after the last update, they moved them to an 80.
They're an 80 rated team, giving teams work.
And this is the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I have to say this. If they weren't cheesing, because my record is a little over 500 because of server issues and cheese. I'm going to be honest. Like, it could be way better. I was top 100, and the only reason I'm not right now is because I haven't played much the last couple of days. I could get right back into it. Could you imagine if they weren't cheesing, glitch blitzing, motion routing, cheat routing, scum kicking? So thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm not bragging, but I'm so sick of being like doing things different and people brushing over it and throwing slick shade on it. Like, but you do this or you do that. And, come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm getting old. I could be going to market. Can I have my flowers, please? I like roses. I'm still masculine. I like a flower. I could put it in the kitchen. Wifey will like them too.
Right? The thing is, though, it's like people don't realize that. Like, you see some of the streamers out there, like, some of them are, okay, they're diehard Eagles fans, right? Y'all know the streamers. We ain't going to give them the airtime here. But then you have some that just play with the best team. Like, when the game dropped, everybody's playing with Baltimore. And then Baltimore has now been crap, but they look like they're getting their things together. But it's like now you see everybody now playing with New England. And I'm like, why are you all playing with New England when y'all were never big fans of the team? They're better now.
Exactly, bro. Every year, that's the same. There's two types of Madden players, man. There's two types. The fake it till you make it. They don't care. They want to win at all costs. And I have people in my chat that, like, I understand the way you go about it. Like, we all have different approaches, but there's guys that want to win at all. I'm going to not say fake it. Well, okay, they're the same, but all right, I'll break it down. There's the win at all costs. They don't care about what you say about the plays they run. They don't care if it's cheesy. They don't care about the teams they play with. They want wins at all costs. Then there's the fake it till you make it. They have the same mode, but then they try to argue with you like they're better than you. Then you have guys that are real users. They know how to get on the game, control everything because they are from the beginning. And you could kind of see the age of the person that's playing you when you're playing Madden. I could literally see it in the timeline. I could see the youngins because they don't understand that you can play it the way I play and still get dubs, but it takes more work. You gotta have to practice. You're gonna have to know how to maneuver every position. You're gonna have to be solid with your. And I'm not the best passer. I pass pretty well when I have to, but my game is I can run like you never seen, and my defense is pretty solid. But these guys, they'll be playing you like you said with the Eagles. They'll be glitch blitzing you or doing all this cheesy stuff, and then you get them in the open field 1-on-1, and they don't know how to tackle you. So you can see who really knows how to play and who doesn't. They switch off. We call them switch offers. You begging the computer to make the tackle for you. You have the nerve to be in the microphone talking down to me and you don't know how to tackle. They have tackling drills in the game. I used to go through them every year because the game changes every year. Here, let me talk to you, youngin. Let me put you in your place. Relax. You don't even know what you're doing. Yeah, like
That's the thing.
And you know who's the biggest culprit in that situation? EA Sports. The reason
It's in the
why
game.
it's in the game. It's because they follow the money. We've been talking about this since the beginning of this conversation. Why would EA allow this cheese to stay in the game if it's dumbing their game down? They want them to buy it. If Madden becomes a skill game with true followers and like a cult following, it's less money. There's less people buying the game because now you have to actually have a lot of skill to play it. And Madden was going in that direction. They dumbed it down for the masses. Now, Joe Schmo that is a casual that really doesn't know what he's doing can come over and talk to Surgical, who's been doing it for all these years, and maybe beat him and talk down and feel good about himself.
So true. So true. There's no skill gap, right? Because it's like people that picked Miami and would run Tyreek Hill, just spam Tyreek Hill across the field or over the top because he's got the fastest freaking speed in the game. You don't got to do nothing. All you literally have to do is set, hike, throw the ball down the field, and Tyreek Hill just mysteriously will go get it. When I saw Tyreek Hill moss one of my guys at his height, and it was Gonzo. Gonzo's like 6 foot. Tyreek Hill's like itty bitty, and he jumped over him to get it. That's when I said, "Yeah, I'm done here. We're finished."
And let's not forget 17 right behind the Waddle with like a 97 speed.
Right? So it's like, get some skill, but I get it. You want to balance out the game so the core gamers can pick up their controller and have a chance. Happens in 2K. That's why I stopped playing 2K, because I can't take dudes that run computer D the whole entire game. Stand on the power forward or the center. Oh, let me play defense. And you just go over and you're blocking my shot, but you can't make that. Because you have your computer guarding me, and that's how you go user that? It makes no sense. Click on. What, your thumb's not strong enough? Gotta drink some milk. Drink some milk.
And look, the quiet guys that know they're not that good, I'm cool with them. We ain't tripping on y'all, man. You listen, if you want to play, figure out how you can play. But the ones that talk down and talk crazy, oh man, cut it out. I give it to them the worst.
Right? It's crazy, man.
Even if they get me on the game, they're not gonna win on that mic. Screw that.
No, for sure. So, you say you do real estate, with the gaming and all that, let's really give back to ourselves now. Like as the family man, right? You talk about your wife, things like that. What does that balance look like? Because it's like not all the time you can be on the game, right? Because life, you got to live your life too.
Yeah.
How does that look like for you? And how do you like schedule like your stream days versus the family days and things like that?
Simple. Family, career as far as outside of this, stream. I would love for it to be family, stream, career outside of this, and that's what I'm building towards. But it's all about prioritizing. You can't get. It's easy to happen, but you can't get caught up into this. I love it. I give it my heart. I'm not holding anything back. I'm not fake with it. But at the same time, I have to put it in its proper place. And it always has to be taking care of the family first. To the young guys, man, like being a man and just being tough and having a certain genitalia. Being a man is taking care of your family, and that's not always monetarily. It's making sure emotionally you're there for them more than the money, even though you have to have the money to do that as well. But making sure you raising your kids, talking to them, having conversations, and you're not like a lot of these real athletes out here. They have to sacrifice that and hope that there's enough support around because they're going to get these M's, and they still force that in. So it's the same concept, even if you're not making that kind of money. My daughter, she's a regular on the stream. You can hear my conversations with her about life while I'm gaming.
I love that.
It's like they know her. They talk to her in the chat. Like, just sit in here with the chat. One day I went to go do something. She's in the chat, sitting here talking to the chat. Get out my chair. But it's just I just integrated that honestly. Like but like you said, it's taking care of the scheduling my week around the family first, then the career, then this. So that's why I don't have a set schedule with streaming. I might go 14 hours because things have freed up. I might go 3 hours. This weekend, I'm going to be here chilling a lot. So look out for me. Well, by the time they see this, but yeah. This week, I'm going to be on.
No, for sure. And I'm always tapped in. And that's the thing. Yeah. Like, I'll tell people this, man. Like, you're rocking with this podcast. You're coming from Serge's channel or you're coming from my channel, whatever. Turn on this, like, don't just create the account and be a ninja watcher. Create the account, turn on the noties, and just watch it. Like, it could be background noise for you. You know what I mean? Because what streamers are doing, they're bringing entertainment. They're bringing the entertainment. They're bringing what they want to do. They're bringing that fun side. And I'm going to say this right now because it's a trending topic right now. Streamers are the new source of entertainment. People don't got time to watch the news no more. We can pull that up on our phones. We don't want to listen to Joe Slomos on ESPN or ABC talk about sports when you can come into the stream and see it. And we'll probably give you a different point of view, something that's not going to be mainstream regurgitated BS. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We know what we want to do. You're not going to get the conversations like this in the gaming world if you don't watch a podcast or you listen to a streamer, because we are in the trenches, right? Facts. When things go on IGN or on these video game spots, that's paid placement, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not knocking them, right? But it's paid placement. You're not going to hear Serge. Serge ain't going to probably get that off on the mainstream correctly without it being like, yeah, you can't say all those words. Right. And he didn't say anything crazy. Right. It's just the truth.
We're not controlled by big business. That's facts. And that's another thing. When you have, and not me, I'm talking about other big streamers or these big podcaster streams. Man, when you're getting 30,000 live, you are TV. If you have the right mindset to think about it, now big business has to come to you and you're still running things. That's why I tell these kids, man, y'all could play around. Like Jay said, you could play around with rap if you want. I was around before. We had these opportunities. Like we just said, we had to go to a big city and just leave our families. You could do this in your crib now, man. You better get off of there trying to look good and look tough for these girls and actually try to make money off of this stuff, bro. You couldn't have a production off in your crib. Mm-hmm. These kids, like, and they don't realize how empowered they are, and they might take it for granted. That's why I try to remind them. When these youngins come through, man, I'm thinking about doing it. Do it. Because if you grew up when you didn't have that, we were blessed enough to be old enough to see both sides. That's why I knew I was getting in it.
Facts.
I feel like they owe me reparations.
You said it owe me reparations is crazy. Sure. No, but I hear you. Because here's the thing is, I even look at it where I sit in my age, is that we're the mature content creators.
Right.
Then you have them young boys or young girls that are in their 20s. Some of them are doing mess on camera. It is what it is. But I look at some of them young boys and I'm like, you doing some of the most to get the most clicks when you should be taking your platform and elevating your platform to the younger youth. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. You do like the comedy routines and all this, but like when you're doing like derogatory things and you're putting down women or you're beating down women and you're doing all this other stuff, that's where I got a problem. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, you have a bunch of kids. Like I was out for dinner with a couple of guys, and I've seen the new trend, the hairstyles. They're doing the what's that one popular streamer's name? Jack whatever. You just got arrested for some dumb shit, right? Everybody's rocking this kid's like hairstyle, his moniker, and I'm like, y'all don't got no sense of identity. Like y'all parents don't even know what you guys got going on the phone. Yeah. Let alone like y'all need to get some maturity. Watch the mature streamers out there. Like shout outs to guys like Kai Sanat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some things that I know that are kind of whatever. Yeah. But I'm just like, he's showing y'all young kids.
You could tell he got some sense. Yeah. I got some sense. When I first watched him, I didn't know. I was like, who's this crazy fool yelling the whole time? Then as I started, and somebody in my chat was like, chill, sir, don't do that. Just fill him out. I got nothing but respect for that kid. And it's not that because he's the biggest out there. I kind of like, I see how he entertains the youngest, but he does do it the right way. And there's certain things he just don't do on camera. Like he's a very business-minded kid. I watched him. And even if they wild and cool, do your little wild and stuff. You young, you got the testosterone, that's cool. Always look at the big picture, stay grounded and figure out what you feel is authentic and true and real, even if it is wilding out. But think about it as, like you said, trying to push to the next level, be responsible, kind of, you know what I mean? You can wild out, but still be responsible and be cognizant of this. It can be big business later. Because all that little stuff you talking about that's the short game fast stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what people want. People want to clip up things to get viral, to get that viral look.
And then don't know what to do afterwards.
There you go. And to add to that, it's like, yeah, you go viral, you get a couple 100,000 on your video. You got to know, do you have the leverage to bring them over to your stream? Do you have the leverage to bring them turn them into a paid subscriber? Maybe drop a merch. All of those little things. You see what I'm saying? But like some folks are wanting that. Let me push this video on X. I see 15 million people see it. But how do you convert those 15 million? At least 10% of that 15 million should be able to know and identify you, and they're gonna subscribe, or they're gonna do something with your channel.
Fact.
They're gonna check you out. You're gonna see the numbers increase on one of your streams. You see what I'm saying? But not everybody has that business mind, you know?
Facts. Because you're right, bro. Because that leverage is something. I have a video on IG, 100,000 views, and my IG is nowhere near 100,000. I'm still a little guy. So that's facts. People can see your stuff, but can you get that translated? That's straight facts. And see, I ain't got to put myself out there like that. I keep it a buck.
And I'll say this. You appeared in my algorithm on my TikTok, and I have 2 TikToks. Good. And when I saw that you showed up in my algorithm, I said, wait, what in the what? And this is when I was watching you. So I sat back and I said, if this man's already in my algorithm, that means the engine's on. Yeah. The engine's on. Now, when they actually turn it on. Yeah, you're going to be sitting there. You're going to be sitting there, bro. You're going to be sitting there.
Appreciate
and we
it,
see
man.
it. Trust me. Because I've spoken about a couple streamers. One that I know right now, I watched him when he was on TikTok and he had 50K. Now he's almost close to 1 million.
That's what's up, man.
Doing some amazing things in the last year and a half.
Word.
And it's just, again, we are the minority. We have to use our platforms to elevate, teach the youth. You know what I mean? Sometimes we be wilding out on some of these games, but you know what it comes with? It's competition.
Yeah.
But it's like, look at that streamer or look at that content creator to be like, what can I learn from that person?
Right?
They could probably change my life around. And you see some of these streamers be doing that. I read some of the chats on some of these other streams. Man, you changed my life. Thank you for coming on stream today. And some of those guys read those messages, or some of those girls read the messages. And some of them, you know, when they're human, it's not this fake of like, thank you. But some of them like low key be tearing up, showing that raw emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're your entertainment, you know? For sure.
Yeah. For sure. Somebody told me that one time, and I was so shocked. Because all you know is what you feel and when you see in your life. And when you on the stream, it's just your mindset is there. You're not thinking like people like, and shout out to my man Fred Warner, man. Fred will be like, yo, man, get on the game, man. Like, you let me know you bored and you ready to tune in. Like, That's motivation. That's real. I love that.
Facts, bro. Facts. Listen, man. I'll say it. You work from home. You're gonna have some times where you get some downtime, so it could be like a lunch break or something like that. And I'll be simply sitting here tuning in, man. I'll be tuning in. It's
Word.
background noise. I'm watching what's going on, and if I can engage in the chat real quick, I engage in the chat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I make sure I engage in the chat, and I'm there to support. And I say this all the time, folks. Like, support your content creators. Don't be a ninja watcher. Throw that subscribe, that follow, because here's what it does. It builds into the ecosystem. When you're
Yes.
watching as a ghost person, you're not doing anything. You're just watching.
Right.
Are you watching as a fan or are you watching as a supporter? And that's the two things that
Right.
I think people get confused. They
Right.
watch things more as a fan, not as an actual supporter. Show that digital currency. Drop
Right.
that. Drop that $7.99 that you know you're going to be spending at Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks for that coffee each and every day. Push
Right.
that through. Or if you have Amazon Prime, that's a Prime sub to the Twitch people.
Right.
Figure it out. You know what I
Amazon
mean?
owns Twitch. Facts.
There you
Facts.
go. There you go. You know what I mean? And those are those little things. It's not like we're begging. We're not saying, yo, we beg you to do it, but just do it, man. If you're showing up, just show that currency, show that love, you know?
Yeah. And I promise, we so far in the red, like until we really hit it, like we put like don't feel like, oh, he already good enough because you feel like the production's good and you think things are smooth. No, we need that, bro. We need it. Like we've been putting, so you know how much money I put into this that I haven't got back because I actually love it. And I wanted to take off and pay it back, but I did it for free. I did it for free. You see what I'm saying? Don't feel like, oh, we already straight. No, we need that, bro. We still ain't get back green yet. We in the red. Not necessarily
Facts.
you. I'm talking for myself. Like, I need that.
Well, you know what? Honest style, I'll keep it real. I had to buy a gaming setup. I'm gonna drop some jewels on people. That
Yeah.
monitor is a $1,200 monitor. That
See?
other light's $250. This new gaming chair that's over there is like $350. Then you had to go get the Elgato, the Cam Link, the video camera. I already have the mic. It is what it is. What else am I missing? Had to get the headphones. I figured something else different with that. Like right there, folks. That's about we just dropped about 18 to 2,200. That's
Yep.
Canadian prices. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And some folks are like, well, why are you doing this? If you want to go broke, we're doing it for the love of what we're wanting to do. Because
Yep.
we know at the end of the day it's gonna pay off. It's not if it's gonna pay off, it's we know it's gonna pay off.
Right.
It's just you gotta keep chipping the axe on the tree. And eventually, once you start hitting consistency,
Yep.
watch what's gonna happen. You're gonna see, I'm telling you, I already picture Serge is gonna be streaming with one of them NFL players from the Carolina Panthers in a matter of time. It's gonna
Word.
happen, bro.
That'll be
I
what's
almost
up. Yeah.
guarantee it. I guarantee it, bro. Charles
I
Barkley
can see
voice.
that.
You know
I
what I
can see
mean?
it.
Because you've put yourself in a niche, technically, by playing with that team. NFL players are gonna see that. Yo, who is this Surge guy smacking cats? Right?
With
Could
their
be
player. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
their player.
Yeah.
Could be Chuba Hubbard. Could be Bryce Young. You'd be surprised what people will share in their algorithm. Trust me,
Yeah.
they all see what we're doing. It's an
Yeah.
ecosystem. And look, the way that the phones are designed and stuff like that, man, you just pop up. Yo, who is this crazy dude playing with us? Bang.
Yeah.
It's right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And back to what you were saying too, man, like not even the equipment, Mitch, the hours we put in, bro. Even if we give ourselves $20 an hour, if we multiply that by, like, if I turn on my game right now, it'll tell me how many hours I played this year alone. Last year, the year before, we've been putting hours into this, bro. So that's really like the payment we deserve beyond the equipment. Like, because if we were working at wherever, we know what we'd be making, even if we just give ourselves $20 an hour, which is decent. You know what I mean? Like, we put the amount of time I put into this, man. I can't wait to get paid back for it. It's gonna be an emotional
Facts.
day. It's
It
gonna be
is.
an
It is.
emotional
It
day.
is. And sometimes, man, like that's the reason why I've always said is I'll throw that 40, that 60, I'll drop it. And it's not because I'm saying like, yo, I'm doing it because yo, I got it. I don't pocket watch people, but I do it
Right.
because I believe. I'm like, yo, this man's showing up. This man, yo, whatever that is, whatever that happens to be in the monthly, he got
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? That
That's
could be
love.
gas money. That could be coffee. That could be I'm about to hold him accountable before we come out of here. Could be a Chick-fil-A sandwich with mayonnaise. We didn't even
Exactly.
get into all of that yet.
You know I'm heavy set. Boy, now you about to get emotional conversation, boy. Don't you talk about no fool around me, man. Cut it out. All right
You know
now.
what I
My
mean?
mouth watering now, cuz I'm ready to chew on some food now.
Brother, man, I swear to God. This man shot the chat when he talked about mayonnaise, put mayonnaise on. I said, wait.
Yo, now listen, man. Everybody was hating on this, right? All right. So all my southern people, right? We were arguing what you put on a chicken biscuit as far as taking the dryness off of it, right? So we all the southern people, we know, all right, a biscuit is made with eggs, flour, butter, and it could be lard, depending on the style. All right. Or heavy cream water. What I said, the chat was arguing what they put on a chicken biscuit. I'm like, yo, with pork, you could put jelly, you could do honey, something sweet to go with the savory. But with chicken, you can't do anything, right? So I'm like, yo, I put a little mayonnaise to moisten up my biscuit for the chicken bites. Boy, they tore me up. Ew, what the heck are you talking about? That's disgusting. So then to take it further, I went to Chick-fil-A. I was in my Discord. I took a video of me drizzling mayo on my chicken. And they tore me up, man.
Listen, I'm looking at the camera. Listen, all you need is a little bit of butter. That's it. That's all you need.
Butter, that's
This
a fact.
mayonnaise, this mayonnaise business.
Yo, bro. All right, I challenge you to do this. Whatever your favorite mayonnaise is, do it for one bite. One bite. And come back to me and say, and give me your true opinion. Don't think about it. Just put one little drizzle on one corner and take a bite.
We'll see what happens. I'm looking in this camera. We'll see what happens. Even though mayonnaise is a base on on certain hamburgers, depending on where you're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not really a biscuit guy personally, but like mayonnaise on a biscuit, nah. Just put that butter and margarine, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you gotta do. Slap it on.
You're right though, but
Put it in
that
his
butter,
mouth.
like I feel you. That butter a little thin, man. We gotta get a little thick.
Right? Right? This is crazy. My guy Serge, man. I appreciate you, the time we shared here. More importantly, plug your information where everybody can check you out, my guy.
Man, if you look up surgical spelled with a K and an underscore, you will find that surgical spelled with a K, replacing the C, underscore at the end. With that name, man, you can find me on IG, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. I live stream to Twitch and YouTube currently, but Facebook, we can add a lot more. But yeah, that's how you find me, man. We out here, Discord, we there too.
I love that, man. All the links will be in the show notes for the podcast and whatnot. I'm gonna keep supporting. I'm gonna keep rocking. We waiting for you when you show back up, man. You know what
Mitch, I want to tell everybody, man, thank you, man. Thank you for all the support you giving me. All the support before, that's cool, but for you to bring me on this platform, this is yours. This is your baby. So for you to have the admiration to bring me here, I'm not taking that for granted. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Because that hits a little different. Let me know I was worthy of being a part of your thing. I appreciate it.
Oh,
bro.
dude, I already felt it. I felt it low key when I stumbled upon you. When I was playing Madden, I was stumbling upon. I was like, wait, who is this guy? And I sat there for a bit. I'm there watching, and I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, who's this guy smashing cats with his Panthers? I said, this is new. And I said, yo, I'm gonna throw him a sub. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I said, yo, like, this is gonna be a good conversation. It's gonna be an extended of what he's doing on Twitch, but we're gonna bring it to the platform because, like I said, I'm here to wanting to connect with creators that have something going on in their life. You know what I mean? That can change my audience or their audience at least 1% better. right? I know that there's something in here that somebody can take away with and apply it to their life. Doesn't have to be gaming, doesn't have to be podcasting. Maybe it could be book writing. You know what I mean? Maybe they're wanting to open up a clothing line or something like that. Yo, Serge can do it. Rory can do it. And that's just how it comes down to it, you know?
My man. My
Yes,
man.
sir. Appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Rory, man.